If you have used a chest expander or considered getting a chest expander, or even the roll-on chest expander, which is a big behemoth of a piece of metal, you might also be aware that Robert Baraban makes the wooden handled chest expander. And in today's video, I'm just going to do a little unboxing of this guy and see what it's all about. Give a little review here as to what I think of it off my first impression. And yeah, just dive into this box. As usual, I'm fucking horrible at opening these things, so excuse me. And as usual too, I mean, just the same way he builds things, he packages things like Diesel. So I'm gonna just try to make sure I don't cut myself with the skizzers. There we go. Got one side. Got that. Handles look pretty neat through the little bubble wrap here. All right. Let's see what it's all about. Cool beans. All right. So at a first glance, we got a spare spring hanging out. Nope, two spare springs. Robert, you always do a good job at, like, you always supply like extra with everything. It's crazy. In this box here, got 3 extra springs just to ensure that if one wears out, because these can wear out, especially if you use less springs for your overall like tension in your overall workouts. So he supplies you with extra springs just in case. Per usual, the standard hand gripper.net pen, wooden, and here's the end product here. Just throw that box over there, make a mess on the floor, clean it up later. Got the wooden handle, and I can't get it. That noise is awful, by the way. But these are always wrapped really nice. I can honestly, from being like the third product now that I've purchased, like gotten from Robert, like I could say, like you could tell that he gives a shit about what he's doing. Like the packaging of it's nice, the display of it's nice when it comes out. Like it's very nicely folded and everything like that. The card is presented right inside of this thing, and you know, the first thing I'll say, the coolest thing I'll say off the rip, because I will be honest, as a skeptic of the wooden handle, I don't know how I'm going to feel about it. I do personally like gymnast rings and like things of that nature, but I was unsure about how I'd feel about the wooden handle. I like the black design. I mean, it's just cool. Look at the handle here. It's a pretty sweet looking expander. The wood feels nice. It's weird because like part of me wants to hate it, but part of me wants to love it, right? The part of me that wants to hate it is just because I'm weird and nitpicky, and I don't know if you're weird and nitpicky like I am, but see how this guy is straight on a straight edge, and this guy is all contoured and stuff like that? I understand the premise of contouring to the hand and everything like that, but whenever I've used a dumbbell with the contour like that, I never felt like it was like as solid of a connection or as good of a grip personally. I don't know. I think it's just years of using like flat bar handles and getting like that perfect wedging. But I won't be quick to hate or criticize it because I haven't even pulled the sucker apart yet. So that'll be the true test. And like usual, I mean, the craftsmanship's great. It's got a good paint job. There are some parts of it that are chipped off a little bit already. But again, I mean, you're playing around with like metal and you're pulling this apart. You're not looking for anything to be like pretty forever. You know what I mean? Like you're working out in the gym, all the equipment gets bruised and nicked and whatever else. So I'm going to make it a fair challenge here. If I can just get those off. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 springs, 3, 4, 5 springs. And I'm going to do a comparison and give you an honest opinion on how I like the wooden handle versus the traditional metal handle. So I'm just going to tilt this camera up. We're going to see what it's like. So pop this bad boy up. I should be in frame. I'm awful at that. I'm going to bring my frame up a little bit more. Bam. Here I am. All right. So I'm going to go with good old faithful here. This one I love. I've loved for a long time. Pull it apart. Feels good. The first one's always a bitch, man. First one's always a bitch. Like you pull it apart and it just feels resistant. Now this is the wooden handle version. See how we do. Whoa, that's weird. That's weird. Hold on there. What do we have here? Why is it? No way. Robert, I'm terribly sorry. Oh, they got tangled? Okay, I thought these were jumbled up here, but hold on. These springs got tangled. Do you see this? This is crazy. I'm just gonna pull those suckers apart and they restore back to their... I thought I just outstretched a fucking spring. I was actually kind of like impressed with myself, but I shouldn't be because I'm not that strong. Admittedly, not that strong. All right, let's try this again. Oh man, I don't know what it is, but it feels so much harder. I don't know if it's the grip that makes it harder. Hold on. Okay, I mean, that's... Now just to be fair, I'm gonna do it one more time. Just to be fair too, what I'll probably end up doing is taking the springs from the metal one that I've used already against this one. Because these springs might just be fresh and I might just be breaking them in, stuff like that. So, oh my God, what the fuck, dude? Okay, so that's a lot harder. And again, I don't want to say it's because of the handle. I want to say that's probably because of the springs. Mine are obviously worn. I've used it. Clients of mine have used it. It's been used and abused quite a bit. So we're just going to see here if I put the springs I already have on this thing, if it's just as difficult. Because if it's just as difficult as it was, then it's got to be from like the difference of the handle. But the handle feels good in my hands. Like again, like I said, I'm a big fan of like gymnastic rings. I've done muscle ups and dips on rings and push-ups on rings and all that shit for a long time, and I always personally liked the way the wood felt in your hand. Sometimes it's just better than like a metal bar. This is just a different texture, kind of conforms to your hand a bit better, even when they're straight and they're not like contoured. Like this thing's got a contour to it, so again, I'm not sure if that's what's causing my issue, if it's the handles, or if it's again the fact that I'm using springs that are brand new versus ones that are partly used. And in that case too, it makes you happy that it gives you more springs. If it is a spring thing, it makes you happy that it gives you more springs, because eventually, like if they, I don't know how much they would wear out necessarily, or if they just break in. Because like from the appearance, like these are the old springs, from appearance they look perfectly fine. Like they don't show anywhere like signs of wear, but maybe like that it's just metal just doesn't stay as stiff and as rigid. I don't know. I'll stop blabbing and we'll start figuring out in just a moment. I'm genuinely just curious though. There you go. Last one. All right. Moment of truth. Is it the handles or is it the springs? Take your best guess. I'm going to say it's the springs, but... Oh, man. It's still pretty hard. I mean, arguably still harder than the metal handle. Things to note. Things that I'm just thinking about as I'm using it. This guy has like probably a little bit less weight to it as a whole unit than this handle. Like this handle just genuinely weighs more. I don't know if that plays into it at all, but you would think because you're holding this up, it would be harder. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's wild. But overall, I think I like it. I don't think I love it as much as the metal handles though. There is something to be said about like the knurling type feel and everything like that with the original handles. But again, from an enthusiast standpoint of like liking equipment, liking nice equipment and stuff like that, like I have a $1,200 illegal bar downstairs. I love to death. It's just like the enthusiast in me, like equipment that's really nice is just shows. And like this is really nice. I will not lie. Would I say it's any better or worse than the metal handle? No, because the quality of the build is solid. I mean, just look at it. But would I say I would pick the wooden one over the metal one if given the choice? Probably not for me. But that's something that you could also decide for yourself. So yeah, I mean, that's that. Again, like I said, the products are great. The packaging is great. Everything of that nature is awesome. It's just a matter of preference at the end of the day. But this is my unboxing of the wooden handled chest expander, and I hope to see you in the next one.